For 3 decades now, I've been listening to that song, and many people heard it for the first time right here on KROQ and in the KROQ studios as we speak. Original founding member of the band Sublime, Eric Wilson is here with us, and the new frontman, Jakob Nowell, son of Bradley Nowell, in with us as well. We got a big, exciting morning planned for everyone. Thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, so happy to be here, man. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming and for bringing us gifts as well.
Yeah, tequila, clothing.
Dude.
It's you brought us, you know exactly what gets us excited.
Oh, of course.
Free stuff.
We got to come bearing gifts, you know.
We're going to world premiere a new song in a moment, and not only world premiere, it's a KROQ exclusive. This is something that your dad's voice is on. How emotional is that for you now? Because, you know, we got to do the math, and you only, I think, shared 1 year on this planet with your father, right?
Yeah, I was definitely a very small child when he passed away. But, you know, growing up with so much of the interesting, you know, culture that Sublime created, it was sort of always there in the background of my life. And then, you know, having been in and out of bands the last 10 years, just trying to kind of toil in obscurity, it's so crazy now, obviously working with my uncles, making it this big family thing, and then hearing a track with, like, my voice side by side with my father's. It's eerie. It's totally eerie. But it all came together in such an organic way of us just jamming with people that we like that it feels really natural.
And how did it come together? Was this something that you always wanted? Is this, Eric, something that you always pictured? Like, how did this all come about with Jakob, you know, taking the spotlight?
I think the universe put it together for us, pretty much.
Yeah. Sit back and kind of let it happen.
Just timing, yeah.
But Bradley, Jakob, did you already know all the words to every Sublime song? Like, was this something that you already knew was already in you?
I still don't know them all.
Really?
I still don't know the words. I'm guessing up there. No, yeah.
It's funny because I was thinking of all the bands we've played. I mean, there's so many that we've heard over and over again that are such sing-alongs, and I probably would argue that of every band on KROQ over the years, Sublime is probably the lyrics I know the most. And I know, like, when I go to karaoke stuff, people always picking Sublime songs. And you, as the son of, you know, Mr. Sublime himself, have to learn stuff just like the rest of us. But now, all of a sudden, after Coachella, people go, I think there was a thought maybe of, is he going to suck? But you were great.
Right. Well, thank you for saying so, you know, and it's only going to keep getting better. You know, I try to take the gig super seriously and just, you know, learn it as best of my abilities and also try to portray the music faithfully and have fun doing it. That's the main thing. When I'm up there with these guys, we're having a blast.
It looked like you guys were having so much fun. I saw the set at Coachella, and I don't know how much of, like, percentage-wise, how much of it was nervous versus excited, but it seemed like, especially for you, Eric, it seemed like the rest of the band just had this new, like, life to it.
Yeah, to be back with my brother Bud is fantastic. You know, I miss him to death, and we weren't getting along for a long time, but now, like, I'm just so thankful.
It's kind of a great year for music and bands. You think about all the bands between the Blink-182s and you know, even Linkin Park releasing now songs with Chester in it again, where it feels like things that you thought would never come back together, bands that would never reunite, are kind of having this now second life. Even No Doubt, obviously Coachella as well, getting back together for the first time in 10 years. Eric, do you have a moment where you look on stage or standing there? You played obviously with Bradley so many times, and now you see Jakob up there. Do you have that weird tripped out moment where you're like, man, you in some ways, without even really knowing your dad in the same way that you knew his dad, do you have those moments of like, wow, you're almost Bradley reincarnated?
Sort of like that, but not really looking, just like thinking about it while I'm playing. You know, I don't really look at anything when I'm playing. And this guy, like, added to his dad's, you know, vocals, like, because he's been doing this stuff. I almost said the wrong word.
They warned us to have the dump button ready.
Yeah, we have a button.
It's all right.
For that.
We got a button.
Yeah, on the road and stuff, like, you know, building his band and stuff, and then so he came out with us. He's put his time in. And how long have you been listening to Sublime for now?
Man, I mean, it's always been there when I was a little kid, but actually listening,
oh,
man. Just since we started jamming together.
That's what I thought.
That's crazy.
Since
before the HR thing, I went and actually listened to all the records all the way through, because it's like, it was hard for me to, like, I never sought it out because it's like kind of emotional hearing past family members' voice. It's like kind of tugs at you, but for this right reason, it just felt totally right.
Fantastic.
And thank you for saying that.
We had Flea on our show not too long ago, and Flea had this to say about you guys, and I think you should hear it because I don't think you've heard this yet. And Eric, this will probably mean something to you, but listen.
I've been listening to KROQ since I first started liking rock music, and it's always been a source of keeping a rebellious spirit of young people playing rock music alive.
Is there another KROQ band that you think deserves a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Who's next?
Who are the great LA bands? Sublime should get one.
All right. I don't disagree with that. What do you guys think about that? That's from Flea himself.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that either.
Have they approached you guys yet about getting your star on the Walk of Fame?
I don't know.
The Walk of Shame.
Let's start that right now. Let's get that going.
Different stars on them.
In a moment, we're going to world premiere a brand new song. It's called Feel Like That. There's a story behind it. We'll get to the story. We'll get to the song. The first thing we do after this quick break is world premiere brand new Sublime music on KROQ, which is exciting because if you go all the way back to early 90s, Date Rape, I think, was the first song that got radio play of yours on KROQ. And if you think of the history of the band, we're kind of intertwined for so many years together. So to do it today, it's very fitting. More with Sublime and the Dank Tank, your high-deas. These guys will judge. That's all coming up after this quick break on KROQ.
World-famous KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.
We are about to play a song that you've never heard before. The only place to hear it right now is in the entire world is actually on KROQ. It is a worldwide KROQ exclusive from Sublime. Bradley Nowell's voice is on the song. His son Jakob, who, as you know, is fronting Sublime right now and potentially forever, we don't know. What would you like to tell us before we play Feel Like That for the first time ever?
It's a big family thing here. Sublime, Long Beach, Southern California, and everybody's invited.
This could be the anthem of the summer. My early pick for Song of the Summer 2024. Feel Like That, Sublime, world exclusive on KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ. KROQ.
World premiere on KROQ. That is new Sublime.
Summer is here.
Only place you're going to hear it in the world all day today on KROQ. Feel Like That in our studio right now. Jakob Nowell, Eric Wilson, Sublime is back with new music. Your dad's voice there. Emotional. I was getting goosebumped up during that. I mean, I know you've heard the song a lot. You put it together, but you still must get really emotional hearing that.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I never thought I'd do something like this track, and I think it's like the lyrical content, just the sound of it. It's kind of perfect for like the era we're in, Like,
I mean, the
sound of the next generation, It's
absolutely
like all the stuff he's saying towards the end. Like, all the music means so much to me. It's been so many years. This music has meant so much to so many people. So it's so cool to kind of usher in a new era here.
Well, I mean, the reaction just on the text line from hearing it immediately is, I'm late for my job interview. I'm probably not going to get the job, but I'd rather sit in my car and listen to this new Sublime track than actually go to my job interview.
That decision.
F yeah, dope-ass track. Sublime has done it again. Overwhelming response.
Summer anthem for sure.
And by the way, most of the text line is just people telling us we're terrible at our job. So to hear compliments at all is amazing.
It's pretty amazing.
You guys should feel good about
glad
that.
We can tip the scales a little
Let
bit.
me ask, though, because there is all this talk about AI stuff now. Now, that was actually your dad's vocals in the song, right? But if there were a world where they were to use AI to create new stuff that he actually had never sung while alive, are you opposed to that concept?
Well, yeah, it kind of cuts out our job, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's smart.
We're all afraid of our jobs being taken by robots.
Yeah.
Did you feel any kind of pressure to sound like Bradley? I mean, it seems like you found your own spin on it, though.
Yeah, and there's certain things that I can't. It'll come out almost when I don't even think about it, when I don't try to. So it's almost like the less I try to, the better. But I think, I could do it one for one and try to sound exactly like him, and there'd still be people who'd be like, well, now he doesn't have enough soul. You're never going to please everybody by doing things one to one. So I try to hit things in a genuine way. I think that a lot of times what made my dad's talent so cool is it appeared so effortless and it appeared so fun and just in the moment and improvisational. So I try to keep that in mind in the spirit of everything we do. And to that effect, I'm pretty sure in the studio, me and Stick, I think I just freestyled most of it. We just had fun with it, man. He came to my studio where I do all my stuff for my band, Jacob's Castle, down in San Pedro, right across the bridge from Long Beach, man,
It's keeping it real.
Yeah, with my boy John Joe. And, we just had fun, and we're just, cranking up the knobs and effects and just having a good time with all of it. So I think in that traditional spirit, we want to keep that going forward.
Sublime has a great show, I would imagine, coming up. I mean, this bill is crazy. There's no values. We got some tickets to give away right now at the Pomona Fairplex on Saturday, June 8th. You guys are taking the stage with Bad Religion, Turnstile, Original Misfits, Social D. The list goes on and on. You know these guys at all? Have you met them over
Turnstile,
there?
let's do a song together. That's the next Sublime remix song from the Vault.
You
Nice.
officially
Let's do a punk rock song,
a
man.
punk rock Sublime with Turnstile.
And Jane's Addiction had
Yes,
sex.
that's exactly how I describe them. We would love to work with those dudes.
All right, it's
I think
officially
that's
out
a cool
there.
idea. Just instead of just brand new music, let's just pull together people from different scenes. Sublime wasn't just one genre. Let's do it all.
It's funny
Alternative
'cause-
Southern California.
Definitely.
The beginning
Actually,
of
we just wanted to be the Bad Brains.
Oh, yeah?
That's probably that makes more
We'll
sense.
go with that as well. Listen, there's from good ideas to that to high-deas. It's a time for us to get into the Dank Tank now. We've got tickets to give away to see you guys, and everyone is going to pitch us their high-deas. I want to thank Sublime because you've been unofficially, and we didn't pay you royalties, the theme song for our Dank Tank. As we get to your high-deas now, these guys will help judge. If Eric hears an idea he likes, Eric, you've made some money in Sublime over the years. You could invest your own money in these high-deas, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he could do it. He sounds excited about it.
We're investors.
Right,
We're
they're
ready.
investors. Let's get to it. Here
First,
we
we're
go.
gonna need $20 to
My
use the song.
idea is called the Blunt Etiquette Book.
Lego or Connect set that you can put together, and you got your pipe or ball.
It's called the Dankometer.
Bug repellent, if they could make it smokable.
Instead of having a tree in your mirror, we're going to have, like, weed leaves hanging, bruh.
It's Viking for your mouth. We should put popcorn out of business and start serving mac and cheese.
It is time for your Dank Tank in our studio, Sublime, here to judge your ideas, and the best idea we get will get themselves actual tickets to the No Values Tour, where you will see Sublime and a lot of other bands. Plus, hey, if Sublime wants to, they can make your idea a reality. You guys are involved in lots of things. I got your tequila right here. You've got, you're not afraid of getting involved in brands. Allie's got some of your merch, right? You got no shortage of ideas. So here we go. Let's say hi to Brian. You're on with Sublime in the Dank Tank now at 800-520-1067. What do you got?
A certified banger on the new song. Here's my idea. So it's scientifically proven that the only way to cure a hangover is with a wake and bake and a breakfast burrito. And so we're going to combine those two into one with the breakfast burrito with medicated bacon. And it'll be called the wake and bake burrito. But bake is spelled B-A-C, short for bacon.
That got confusing at the
I
end
didn't
there.
really need to go through the spelling part of it, but
Spell it again.
Everyone loves a good spelling joke, especially potheads.
Have you tried with bacon and eggs and ketamine?
Have you tried? That's an interesting idea as well.
So I hear a workshop kind of going on.
I
right
guess
here.
you'd
This
have
is like-
K and bacon in that scenario as
How
well.
would we spell it?
That's right.
That's the question.
Eric has just improved upon your idea by adding ketamine to the burrito. All right, well, we didn't think about that originally, but you know what? Once again, we're going to hear all the ideas. And by the way, I don't know if you heard, but the first thing he said was that new song is a certified banger.
Yeah. Oh, I'd
love
That's
to
the
hear it,
most
guys.
thing that
Thank you so
that's the
much.
most important thing that matters. Dylan, you're in the Dank Tank right now with Sublime. They're judging. What do you got?
Hey, first of all, I'd like to say I love the song. Feel Like That is a banger. All right, so real quick, I was sitting in traffic, high as hell, and I was wondering why did they not have a blinker type thing that indicates that you are making a U-turn? So my idea is called a Yui Fui, and it's a blinker that indicates that you are doing a U-turn.
A U-turn turn signal.
The Yui
Do we not get this every time we do the
Every
Dank
time
Tank?
we do the Dank Tank, someone thinks they've come up with this idea. But what do you guys think? Because you're the judges, and you will determine who gets to see you in person at No Values.
He was the first that I have ever heard. So
So
to
that's-
me, he is the originator.
Do you
And
like-
he's got a good patent name, too.
You like that name, the whatever was what was it?
Yui
Yui
Fui.
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 Yui Fui.
He
I'm
didn't
almost
spell
doing
it.
that like over in center dividers and stuff too.
You just go right over the dividers,
well,
huh?
if I'm in a truck or something like that.
Good for you. You don't care about traffic rules, do you?
No comment.
Right, I get it. All right, let's say hi
I plead the
to.
fifth of Jack.
Yeah.
Please, the fifth.
Let's say hi to Christina. Christina, you're on with Sublime. They are nice enough to be here in the Dank Tank, hearing your ideas. They will pick their favorite and decide you get to go see them perform at No Values happening on Saturday, June 8th at Pomona Fairplex. All right, go ahead, Christina.
Good morning. Awesome song, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so check it. So you're having a bowl of ice cream, right? And why use a regular spoon when you can totally use an edible spoon made out of waffle cone?
Interesting.
They're going to hit me with the stomach. Yeah, both food
And-
ideas are already winning.
Yeah, you like that
And
one. Yes,
it
there's
has
more.
a sister brand, Crackers for Soup.
crackers for soup?
Oh, spoons made of crackers.
Spoon crackers.
Oh, I see.
See, this is why these
I mean,
are...
that would disintegrate in like.
Allie, don't make it. They're all terrible ideas. Let's not break them down.
Well,
but
I think both of them would break down.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can't get ketamine in the cracker, then we're not interested, right? Eric, can we all agree on that? Right? That's crazy.
For sure.
I mean, listen, so far, I think we're off to a decent start. The Dank Tank, as you know, people have to really... Everyone gets high and thinks of an idea.
Mhm.
You smoke a lot of weed? Or no, you drug-free?
Oh, me and we go way back.
Way
but,
back.
Not these days.
No, not so much. And Eric, clearly you're smoking right now, right? Just making sure. Okay, got it.
He's
All
in
right.
the middle of...
Sorry, he couldn't answer that question. Let's say hi to Jake. Now, these high-deas, I want to warn you guys, some of them are more appropriate than others, but you will decide as the band Sublime. We always like to get celebrities in the studio to help us judge the Dank Tank, and this may be the best one yet. Go ahead, Jake. You're on with Sublime.
Hey, my idea is mittens for your genitals. You know, if you've always stuck your hands in your pants when you're bored or maybe you're cold. You know, we're still working on the female version of this with the research and development department. But right now, I'm thinking of mittens for your genitals.
Right. So when you say the department, how many people is the department?
Is this you?
Are you the department, Jake?
It is headed and led by me. We are searching for backup.
Right.
Okay, got it.
Okay, hit us on the Sublime Instagram.
I mean, hey, if you had a mitten for your genitals and it had Sublime all over it, I
branded.
feel like, yeah, absolutely,
Hey, but
people would buy it.
Jake, I'm confused. Are the mittens going on the genitals, or are they going on your hands while you play with your genitals?
Oh, they're on the genitals. You know, at first I was just thinking perhaps the balls.
Yeah, okay. All right. All right. You want more ideas?
It's a good side project, perhaps the balls.
I do really like that idea.
Yeah.
Let's get one more in there.
All right, listen. You guys are good sports, I'll say that much. Jakob Nowell in our studio right now, son of Bradley Nowell, Sublime. And before we get to the next idea, and these are good ones finally coming through, have you officially announced that you are now going to be in Sublime? I mean, is this official? It feels like it's been temporary.
No. This is an official thing. We're doing it for as long as we have fun doing it. Coachella was our first official show, and we've done a few more after that. And then next up, we got Virginia Beach, and then No Values, and a bunch more stuff in the works. So
I got some dirt on him, so he has to do it.
Oh, you know stuff about him. Well, you used to change his diaper, right? So now you got all the stuff, right? Smart.
The family dirt's the best.
Let's say hi
It's
to
so true.
Sabrina, you're in the Dank Tank right now. Sublime is judging. They're in our studio now, not just to hang out, but because we world premiered a brand new song, which you'll hear throughout the entire day, called Feel Like That. It's only here at KROQ. Go ahead, Sabrina.
Okay, so I've been to a few concerts, and I'm having a hard time seeing over tall people because I'm like 5'2". So I was thinking there should be some sort of crank-up shoe so that I could become tall in the right moment, and that would really help me out.
So there's shoes that you can crank to be taller to see over a certain person?
Concerts, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about people behind me, but at least I'll get to see. So.
They have one of those like car turn cranks that they used to use for the winter.
Like an old school
like a
one?
jack?
Yeah.
All right, crank-up shoes. Hey, listen, we've never had that idea before. I'll give you that much.
I mean, usually when someone gets on another person's shoulders, it's because they're short and they want to be able to see. But it's like kind of a cool way to do that. I think crank-up shoes are an even better idea than that.
How you spell it?
So we're not going into spellings anymore, Jake. Eddie, quickly, and then Sublime will have to make their decision. They've heard a lot of terrible ideas, but occasionally there's some good ones. Go ahead, Eddie.
Hey, what's up, Sublime? Just want to say I'm digging that new song. Okay, so my idea...
Now it feels like everyone's just kissing your ass about the... I think they're just... I mean, the song is great, but I think now it seems like they're just trying to get extra points from you guys, right? Go ahead, Eddie.
Okay, so my idea is called the Juber app. And what's the Juber app, you might ask? Let me tell you. You know how sometimes you go to... you know how sometimes you go to work and you get hit with that unexpected happy hour invite? And so you go to happy hour and you end up super wasted. And at the end of the night, you're trying to figure out how you're going to get home. You don't want to drive because you don't want to get a DUI. You don't want to Uber because you don't want to leave your car where it's at. Well, with the Juber app, designated driver Uber app, someone will go to you, drive your car.
They already do that.
Yeah, I think there is something for that.
They ride their bicycle over.
Yeah, this is Eric's main mode of transport, clearly, right?
He's like, let me tell you.
And he's like, you can just go over this median, by the way, with that
They already
truck.
do that? That sounded like $1 million idea.
I know. It sounded like a good idea, but
It is a
apparently...
great idea.
Or you call AAA.
And they have to take you
That's
home.
smart as well. Okay, this is truly the last one. We have to make a decision. Michael, you've been on hold for a while. Go ahead with Sublime. I know you want to say hi, so quickly, last idea in the Dank Tank, and then we'll pick a winner.
For sure. Hi, Sublime.
Hello.
Hi.
So my idea is weed-infused adult crayons. So let me explain it real quick.
I don't think you need to. I think we're all quite
Is
clear.
crayons with a C or?
All right, so they're weed-infused crayons. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you know how some adults they actually have adult coloring books. People still use them, color them.
Right, so we're using kid crayons, and you're creating adult crayons for the adult coloring books?
No.
No, Allie, that's so stupid. Go ahead, let this man
crazy.
They're different. They're different
Okay.
smell. They're different infused type of cannabis. That the more you rub it out, on the coloring book, the higher you get.
Okay.
Well, this guy has definitely smoked a lot of crayons today. All right, let's decide. Guys, you've heard a lot of ideas. You each get a vote. Sublime is here. They will determine who wins the Dank Tank.
I'm so hungry right now, so I'm thinking with my stomach. But that first guy who talked about the burrito.
The bacon.
Oh.
Medicated bacon.
It might have to be a yes for me. We're going to have to workshop the name.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say 15%, 3-year investment on the Dank Tank.
There you
and
go.
because you know what? Hangovers are the leading causes of bum outs in Southern California.
They are. That is true.
With a vote for me as mayor of bum outs, we're gonna put an end to hangovers.
The medicated
beautiful.
breakfast bacon burrito with the new Sublime song. You cannot be in a bad mood if that happens. Eric, any thoughts to add to this?
I like the uplifting shoe thing for the women, you know?
Yeah, the crank-up shoe.
cranks. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? In that case, we're going to give them both tickets because you guys are going to be at No Values. They should get a chance to see you there. It's going to be a hell of a show. We cannot thank you enough for stopping by to hang out at KROQ this morning.
And I hope that girl can see you when she goes to the show.
Yeah, I hope she has a prototype. Oh, hold on, let me say, where is she at? Hey, Sabrina, we're going to give you tickets, but you have to have a prototype of your crank-up shoes when you see Sublime, okay?
Bring them to us. Yes. After the show, I'm going to walk out after our set into the audience. I do it every time, and I'm going to wait right there. So just come out to wherever the gate leads into the backstage.
You better
Show me the
crank
shoes.
up and give him a high five.
Bring a strong, short guy.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Sublime, thank you for all the songs over the years. Thanks for the new ones. We greatly appreciate the relationship here at KROQ. You mean a lot to us, of course, everyone listening, and can't wait to world premiere the song throughout the day. Feel Like That on KROQ. Thanks so much for being here,
Love
guys.
you guys.
Really appreciate it.
Let's go.
Thanks for eavesdropping in on our radio show, you perverts.
Yeah. When you're not being reported by your neighbors, you can check out the podcast or the live show on KROQ or wherever you get your podcasts.
That's right, which apparently is a lot of places. Find Klein Alley Show and listen to this show in its entirety. Plus, if you download and subscribe, we will save a puppy from being executed.
Oh my God, there's puppies being executed?
Oh, there goes another one.
Oh, those are high stakes.